fallen
that
order.
doesn't mean that I know that that's
Right.
a racial requirement of his,
Right.
just a preference, you know?
Right.
But you were there when I did say to the Spy Master of the water dependency. You were made aware of that point.
So that's the obstacle in our long-term camping.
Technically, we don't need to carry it because if Gilp were to step on it and walk backwards, the barrel would propel forwards. So you could just use that as a momentum to walk.
I don't understand what you're saying, but okay.
There's also create and destroy water if you find a source for it.
Yeah, I also have shape water, so I could just have someone find a small water source and have it envelop me using shape water. That is specifically why I chose shape water.
That's a good plan.
Yeah.
Just need a bucket of water and you could shape it around you.
Yeah.
Are we
specifically
intending to
Like bubble of water
That's
around
really
you.
the question.
Yeah.
We don't have a wagon and horses.
Well, didn't we have one earlier before in
We totally did. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, what happened to it?
We left it behind because we did teleportation. We didn't travel. So we didn't bring it with us, right? The wagon and stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a long way from Gianthaven to Black Marsh since we used. Yeah, we'd have to go back and then do the whole travel part to Crimson Wall, and that would require us going past Korglaive Point unless we want to take a different route. Like, yes.
Is there a teleportation circle in anywhere in the direction we're going?
It's the city beyond the Crimson Gate. Maybe we can get closer to the Crimson Gate, but I doubt it.
No.
We would need to go here. We need to avoid Korglaive.
Do we though?
I mean, would we know how far Korglaive's influence is, like I said, expanded, like their range of influence is?
What do you mean range of influence?
Because obviously they have a great range over the players, like their territory. Like how much would they have scouts? Because since they like to hunt for their food.
Like in their immediate area, yes, but they're more hiring. The best way to describe what they do would be what like circuses and carnivals did when poaching wasn't as frowned upon as it majorly is now.
So, are we in Gaius Haven proper right now?
Yes.
Or should we look around the city while we wait?
We still need to meet King Nelroy.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was what the Spy Master said. We need to make an appointment with him and speak to him.
He's gonna.
Glip could bring us back here to Gaius Haven. What we need is a mode of transportation from Gaius Haven to the Crimson Wall.
Is it possible to teleport non-living things through a teleportation circle? Can we get our wagon?
But the problem is
it would take a couple teleportation circles, but yeah.
Yeah, because each time I have to use a teleportation circle, I would need 50 gold pieces, and I have 3 uses of it right now, thanks to Spy Master. The biggest hurdle is I would have to expend sorcery points back and forth, expending spell points to sorcery points and sorcery points to higher spell points, higher spells. I don't even think I can transfer 5th level. I can. It requires 7 sorcery points.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I can guess it a few times a day.
That doesn't seem like it'd be worth it unless we could also then rest, so you could gain it back.
Well, it's more of the money cut that I would have to expend depending on back and forth over 100 gold.
Well, I have 160 gold, so
you also
we could get 3 uses.
You also know that this is all within the same day you were teleported. You don't know when, but you know that both Poppy and Viettervesk had stuff they needed to finish. So
we'd still be required to wait for them. So what we could do is we figure out what we're going to need for this journey for preparations and then buy them and then see if we can go about finding a wagon we could rent or buy.
Or you could contact them and be like, hey, bring this stuff when you come.
But how are they going to come? Are they traveling through routes? Or they have someone to cast teleportation circle for them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's nice. Then good, yeah. We would, since we're going to be meeting with the king and doing our own stuff here, looking around and perusing, I think it would be easier if we just told them, hey, could you fix this on your way over here? What do you guys think?
Fix what?
Stuff for the journey, such as firewood, tents, bedrolls, food.
Oh, for like firewood and tents and stuff, you don't need to worry about that stuff. You're doing something for the council.
Yeah, they would probably provide us with all that stuff.
Any
provisions,
simple
right?
stuff like that, you're covered.
Oh, okay, we're covered. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Actually, how about if we're doing an expedition for them, could they provide us with means of transportation? Like a wagon, horses?
Yeah.
There you go. Problem solved.
If they did not make it, then that would be taken into account for what you would get, but
however, there is also the other thing that Thoggir mentioned. The map thingy.
Mm-hmm.
You mean a cartographer?
Yeah, cartographer stuff for him to cartography the place.
Oh, I'm not skilled in cartography.
It is. I mean, it's always something to have. Like, we don't have it to begin with.
Are you skilled at cartography?
No, but we could, however, see if we could go about getting a spyglass. Or did you get one last session?
He already got one.
I do.
Okay, good. Then that's
a spyglass.
Yeah, spyglass is amazing.
I don't have much. I don't carry that much, so I don't know if I have anything useful to you. What?
Is that something you need to change?
No. I mean, like I have a whole compartment in my back. Like you guys could store things in there if you want. But like I don't possess much. That's what I'm saying. I have my maul. I have tinker tool, and other than that, it's like your run of the mill, like adventure gear.
So I'm thinking I still need to fix the issue of the quote unquote featherfall mechanic. And she said that thing is in Black March.
So what she was saying,
Halter collection.
Let me clarify that. She does not know a solution to what you're looking for, but that's just her throwing something at the wall.
Alright, because I'm thinking if I were to reduce the speed of falling, I would need something to dampen the fall.
You would need something that would have whatever you got would have some sort of effect on you when you weren't using it. Because you need a lot of fabric to affect that. Yeah,
and I would, if I were to simply say, give them that information, pay the appropriate amount of gold that would be needed to create a contraption that, like, when I pull a lever, it just falls out and it starts falling slower. Like, what is it called?
There is no fantasy parachute. You'd have to have one specially made.
Yeah, I would like to. Yeah, I would have to. Ask for that.
Broken is actually a good tinkerer. He could try to make it for you if you describe it to him.
Well, Broken, are you perhaps good with your mechanical hands to create stuff?
Yes, I repair myself all the time.
Well, as you might have noticed, as I am a frog, I have very high jumping power, and so great that I cannot control it. And when I fall, I take a lot of damage. And I need something to dampen the fall, such as make me not fall as fast. Something of means of when I'm falling, it would reduce the time of me hitting the ground. Something that would make the air, when I'm falling down, would make the air go into a hole that would sort of cause the air to be trapped in a something. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yes. Can I do it? is there like a check I could do to kind of figure out a design for what he wants to achieve?
Hell yeah. It's intelligence based. Use your tinkering tools.
Okay.
I will use spend luck for this to give him help.
Okay. $11.
And my 1d4. 15.
You can come up with some single use stuff, but nothing that would
last, right?
That would last.
So I convey that to Gilp. I said, I think I could rig up something, but it would only be able to be used once. Would that help you?
And additionally, it would probably weigh about 50 pounds.
And it would weigh 50 pounds. But I could hold it for you until you need it.
Well, yes, because you see, I cannot carry that much by myself. I am not that strong.
I could carry.
This is just at a first glance, though. Like you can continue to.
Yeah, I could research it more. I say, let me research it more, think about it more, and get back to you. Is it something you need right away?
Well, technically not, no, but it would be nice to have in case situation happens where I need to get away or get somewhere.
Give me a few weeks to think over the design, because this is just off the top of my head. If I have more time, I might be able to figure something better out.
Very well. I appreciate it, Ken.
All right. With that, is there anything else you wish to do before you are brought to the king?
I think I'm okay.
Yeah, I can think of anything.
All
right. Before you do, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get some drinks.
Hell yeah.
I could still hear, so you could keep talking.
Beautiful. Indeed, you will be given escort into the central room of this communication barracks is the proper name for this building. And sitting in the biggest chair in the space is the king. He is in his 70s. He has 2 men beside him at all times. He also does have access to a cane. When people enter the space, they bow. He nods his head. After he nods, that's when it is your turn to stand.
Gilp would have cleaned himself of all the dirt so he can just be all shimmering and shiny gold that is in his glory.
Broken would have no concept of what a king is, so I don't think he would know the proper decorum.
You would see people do it before you went in.
Okay.
But as stated, a very frail looking man and is probably somewhere in his 70s. Beautiful regal dress. Please stand. I don't want people bowing at my feet.
Very well, King Nelroy. It is our pleasure to be in your presence.
Everyone says that. I don't get what's so important about me. Either way, I wish to ask why you have been pulled into all of this. I listened to some bits and filter the others out, but I want to hear it from your mouths.
Thoggir, Broken, you're both at fault here. Would you like to tell them the bad that happened?
Something happened at the tower where I was visiting my new friends here, and next thing I remember, we were in a cell, and then your Archmage came to us and asked us for this, or gave us a proposition that we kind of could not refuse, given our circumstances.
Indeed.
Thoggir, would you like to give your piece of the story?
It was in my room. I was invaded and attacked I escaped. I avoided and evaded and never attacked.
Indeed, I remember.
And then I woke up on the ground.
It took many arrows to bring you down. It was mighty.
Mighty painful.
Yes. If there's one thing I understand, that is pain, and I feel sorry that you had to go through such pain for that.
And my reason for being here is that I was promised great treasures in exchange of the amount of things that we were able to accomplish in this quest. And the fact that I needed to help my friends accomplish this.
The one thing that will always get things done. Wealth.
Well, technically, I would need wealth in order to get my kingdom back.
Oh, you are a king as well?
Yes, I am King Gilp, but I am suffering from amnesia. I do not particularly remember where I hail from or what has happened to my kingdom.
How do you know you're a king if you don't remember?
I have my signet ring and I think I have my scroll of pedigree somewhere. But Drifter, do you know the elf?
Indeed, he was a big part of the winning the war effort.
He has the ability to look into one's memories, and he told me that I was a tyrant king in the past, and I was ruling over the grounds before something bad had happened.
Why would you want to go? Would you go back to being a tyrant king?
Well, I'm not planning to be a tyrant king anymore. I wish to be a good king. I have become a good person through the tutelage of my captain, who have made me good, and now my friends here who has acted as trusted companions and showed me how good it feels to be a good person. And I will act out my goodwill to those that wish to serve under me and with me. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was called Moilaka Island.
We have just met, but I could vouch that as the short time I spent with you, you are a good person, I think.
What does Suncrest mean to you?
What is Suncrest?
That is where we are.
Oh, this entire continent is called Suncrest?
Indeed, for the way that the sun rises over the mountains and touches everywhere.
To be fair, Suncrest seems like a lovely place so far. Great people. Very fun places to be around. I have tasted a lot of different food of this place. And so far, I like it very much here. Even if I do have a duty to my people, I would still need to go back and see if they are in a state that they could be saved.
I like that. What about you, Bugbear? Sorry, Thoggir. That was rude of me.
Both are accurate. What is it you ask of me, King?
What does Suncrest mean to you?
A foreign place where I make a life.
In that case, I will tell you what it means to me. And maybe you will help me make it mean something else. To me, Suncrest is pain. Because that's what has been. It's been ravaged by war. It went through 10,000 years of constant rain and damage. Cities have fallen and changed the landscape forever. And we are not but 50 years, we are less than 100 years removed from the last Great War, and it looks like one might start if we're not smart. I want to make this place not require war. At least, so often.
War is an inevitability.
Indeed, and in my lifetime, I don't think I will get it done. However, since you are working with us, there is a task that everyone working with us is also optionally given.
And what task is that?
To find one who is worthy of being the next king. You do not have to do it. You may bring someone forward if you think they are fit. I had a child. He died many years ago. So when I am gone, the throne will be empty.
What do you believe makes one qualify to be a king?
The willingness to suffer to do what is right. I would like Thoggir to make... Actually, everyone can do this. Make it either insight or medicine. Okay.
Yep, nope. As expected.
Do you want to throw a bend luck on any of those?
I'll throw bend luck at the 13.
Okay.
Because that's the highest one. 16. So I have 3 points left.
You've, by your namesake, see in front of you someone who is broken. Someone who is physically ravaged.
Yeah. King, if I may be so bold as to say, you don't seem well.
I've been ill since I was 65, but I can't die until I find someone to fill the power vacuum.
Do you not have people in your courts that could?
They've tried. They've prolonged it. Unfortunately, living the life of a warrior and being on the front lines has shortened my life expectancy.
King Nelroy. Oh, I'm sorry, we're done.
No, go ahead.
King Nelroy, since I am a king, but I am troubled that I would need to be on the journey for the task of this. Of finding the Minotaur, going to the lost site shrine, perhaps going to Conclave. I could not possibly take up this big responsibility of being a king over your people, but if forced...
hand the throne down to someone who is not of the people of Suncrest either.
Then okay, then I'm not then I'm happy.
100%, but thank you.
I
need somebody who cares about this place and is willing to suffer because of it.
Well, are Stoneborne considered your people?
If they reside here and they truly feel that this is their place, then yes. I'm not aware of what these Stoneborne are, but if they truly align with the soul of Suncrest, why not?
Well, so you do not have any heir?
I had an heir. He died, unfortunately.
What if we were to bring him back?
That is not the natural order.
Well, you're correct. But what if...
Make an insight check into the room.
Sure. 6.
Read the room, Gilp. Read the room.
Gilp,
yeah, no, it's expected.
Is the worst person to read the room.
Wisdom, 0.
Hell yeah, no. I'm here for it. No, I would not request... I would request that talk not be condoned for the fact of the danger behind such an idea.
Very well. Pardon my suggestion, King Nelroy.
I accept all suggestions. You don't... I am merely a man in a position of responsibility.
King, maybe we could help find you a cure? Would that help?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. Life sucks. I've broken my bones too many times to walk straight. I want to find someone who can be a warrior if needed, because, as was stated, war is inevitable.
Well, what if you held a tournament of poetry, literature, and fighting skill?
I've thought about it. There's someone I have my eye on, but they don't want it, and they're not ready for it.
Well, hear me out here. What if me were to try to persuade him to give it further thinking about it?
That would not be his own will. That would be you putting an idea into their head. That is not aligning. Having the soul aligned.
Well, that is also very true.
I appreciate the suggestions, but again, I know this is something that might never pass before I fall. I'm just doing what I can to get it done in my state. I am not a magic man. I was never the greatest warrior. Hell, I'm only charismatic.
One more question for you. Who is your wisest or most knowledgeable sage in your city?
It's between two, really. It would either be the Archmage or the Spymaster. For knowledge, for wisdom, it would be Grower of Corn.
I'm more looking for knowledge, but we've already spoken with Spymaster. I guess
Spymaster was not born here, but has chose to serve here. So,
would the Archmage know much about places other than Suncrest?
Possibly, if there was,
perhaps a place called Mechanus.
You say it. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah, I totally
forgot.
Oh god. I'm good at Constitution saving throw though. Of course, I say that now. I'm gonna roll terrible.
Don't worry, I got you.
28.
Yeah, not even needed.
You feel yourself start to seize as you say it, but you hold it off. That is something I would be unaware of. I do not know to properly answer yes, no, or otherwise.
When can I have court with your Archmage? And I heard that she's busy at the moment, but...
Indeed. She's looking into possible historical records of things that might be able to assist in the future to come.
So, when would she be free?
I do not know.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody other than... Actually, everyone make an insight check. Into the king's This is into the king's actual position and what he does.
I got it too. I think broken is like there's a residual effect from that little jolt he had.
Thoggir. So from what you've seen, the king does not get involved in most things. The king is simply a man who has the right to decide or veto when he wants to. But it seems like he does a lot of deferring to other people. And he's mentioned 4 people, or like you're aware of 4 people who are directly on the council. That would be Glintaya of House Starraiser, Carasso Danderous, who is the envoy for the Suncrest Continental Guard. He's basically at the top of it, the Spymaster and Grower of Corn. They all seem to cover a different area. You get the sense if they cannot agree, that is when the only time he really steps in.
That's how delegation works in Thoggir's mind.
Yeah, and especially since he's getting older, and like you see someone who has to put forth energy to do much things. Like, if he comes from a royal lineage, which it seems like he does, and he chose to go through the war after admitting he's not a warrior, he doesn't know magic. Like, this is someone who's been through the ringer.
Yes, and Thoggir is rolling around in his head whether or not he should recommend Poppy to be the next king.
What's his thought process with that? Walk me through it.
Poppy's the most not human Thoggir has ever met, and delegates. Everything is about having somebody else accomplish things. Is a master manipulator, plays with words, makes deals with gods even, and suffers. That never stops to think about how she will suffer for the things that she does. So she has a lot of the qualities.
Interesting point.
A lot of qualities that make her seem like a good king in his mind.
Yes, it is also true that she is kind of
this is just Thoggir's thought process. None of this is being said out loud.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
No, it's all good.
Because I was going to say that earlier when I was interjecting with Broken, when he asked about the whole concept thing, I was going to suggest Poppy, because she has quite a way with her actions.
I died, and Poppy carried me and had me resurrected and gave me a title and helped me get to where I am, and has never asked me for anything beyond to help her break Menethine out of prison. Not to stay out of prison. She broke him out to help the land and then put him back in prison. And if he really wants to die, she will help him die. And like she's checking all the boxes. I have like all these.
So he's tasked anyone who is within like their rank working with them to this degree with this task. If you want to speak with another member of the advisory who is doing such same sort of task, you could.
It's more like now she's his candidate.
Got it. I see.
And he has to start seeing her if she is a good candidate based on her future actions, because she doesn't even know about it, let alone want it. But
okay.
Yeah, that's a silent contemplation.
At this time, the spy master will come in, and you will
Broken is just fiddling.
that the king is getting helped to get out of his chair and move. When he stands up, it's not visible for long, but you see one of his legs is impossibly thin. Looks like one of the muscles has been removed from it.
Like he has withered limb.
Yeah. So, it seems you have impressed our king. Very good job. There was something on your mind at the last part, Thoggir. I don't need to know what it was. I just want to. It is not nefarious, is it?
Actually, that is a complicated question to answer when it comes to this individual in mind. But let us just say that your request has brought a candidate to mind.
Very interesting. Let me walk you to where you will stay while you are here.
Thoggir, who is this candidate you speak of?
Host.
You will get a look from the spy master of be careful who you tell.
Thankfully, Spy Master wears a mask, so I can't tell any of that
Oh,
shit.
you can see it through her eyes. Her eyes are still visible through the mask. It's just the rest of her face.
Okay, she throws shade like Hermione Granger.
It's not even throwing shade. It's more like acknowledge this is politics.
Well, forgive me, but the Game of Thrones is not one we play in the open.
Very well. I will not mention it again.
As you are walking, you will be walked through. You'll be headed through the courtyard. Thoggir, you are going to get a message sent to you.
Oh, hold on! I got somebody on aim,
and it's in a feminine voice. If you recommend my daughter be king, I will slit your throat personally. I am close enough. I am so close to being able to touch her again.
Thoggir will prestidigitate the shit out of his underwear, and
you know you can respond. You did not see the source of where this message came from. It appears to be ascending.
He trips and bumbles. And nope. He nope.
Yep, you can absolutely choose to not respond.
Yep.
You know what?
Can I send back a dial tone and like a doo-doo-doo? His number is not connected.
Oh yeah, you can actively choose to not respond and be like, nobody's here.
Yeah, let's go with feign ignorance. That worked with gods.
Perfect. You are walked across this courtyard, and it is a hustling, bustling space. There's something weird, though. You see families around and people working, but the king doesn't have an heir. You didn't see a queen, but there's still people working as if there was. All having a great time, in fact. But you are walked to some quarters on the premises. They are nicer than anything you have ever seen in Blackmarsh. Other than maybe the lighthouse, but only because of the view. You have a large bed each. Gilp has been granted a tub the size of a bed. You each have your own doors with locks. The Spymaster tells you, I do have keys to your rooms.
Broken says he doesn't need beds or any kind of... He'll just sit in the corner.
Would you like something else to make you more comfortable?
Like an outlet?
No.
Okay.
I just need to power down for a few hours, and that's all I need.
Would you like a training setup or anything replacing the bed? We can.
How about a workbench?
Done. Easily done.
So I could like, fix myself a little bit.
The last thing before leaving you guys in the rooms will be a messenger coming up to the Spymaster, whispering in your ear and going, "Oh, I thought he was going to wait to make the call. Oh, individual. Okay, perfect. I would like to inform you that both Broken and Thoggir are no longer considered to be criminal. They have not been shown to be worthy of said title directly by the king. He overturns whatever was stated."
Nice. Yes.
Now you see why he wanted to talk to you.
We should not allow Poppy to gain audience with the king. We should not.
I agree.
Either way, your rooms are all close together, and if you wish to speak with anybody, you can I will always be reachable by you. I've only heard of Grower of Corn to ever miss a single meeting with someone on any request. The Archmage is a bit of a prude, but on enough elven wine, she's actually all right.
Is Grove of Corns available to talk?
Indeed.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to talk to him. He seemed like an interesting person.
He tends over the gardens in his spare time, which he always has, because he just has people come talk to him while he's gardening. And she will indeed point you to the royal gardens that are absolutely beautiful.
Okay, so I will go to the garden.
Okay.
Approach him.
When you get to the garden, it's a big old garden, so it'll take a little bit of time to find him.
Okay.
But you see he's working on a large cactus in like the central area of the garden.
Hello, Grove of Corns.
Yes.
I am broken. Do you remember me?
I do.
Well, seeing as I believe you might be man of the cloth.
Oh, yes and no. I am a clerical individual.
Yeah.
But I don't worship one of the gods commonly worshipped here. It's the Earth Mother.
Nevertheless, your power comes from like other place than here, correct?
Oh no, far from it. My power comes directly from the soil and the earth. My power
like a
comes
druid,
from...
right?
No. Most gods reside past the gate. The divine barrier between mortality and life.
Then perhaps you would not be of use to me.
I follow one of the ones that has chosen to reside where we are. There's two that I'm aware of, but indeed there is the Stone Father and the Earth Mother. They work in tandem, and they are balanced.
I see. Well, nice to meet you anyway, but perhaps you won't be able to help me with... Well, I'll ask anyway. I thought perhaps if you were man of the cloth, you would have some knowledge of places other than here.
Oh, I still do.
You do?
Have made it my decree to know about the worlds around.
And I say, Mechanus, I'll do a constitution check. And he would see me kind of glitch out for a second, but I do make my constitution saving throw. I get a nat 20 on that. I asked about like whether he has heard of this place called Mechanus.
I have not heard of this place. However, if it has such effect on you, it must mean something to you.
Well, that is what I want to know. I actually don't know what this place is, but it seems that your spy master seems to think I have some kind of relation to this place called, and then I'll roll Constitution saving throw again.
You're good for the rest of the conversation.
Okay.
Well, I would trust her words, and I would also go off of your feelings.
Well, here's my conundrum. It seems that I cannot find anyone that knows anything about this place, except perhaps your Archmage, but she's not around.
Well, it's
do you know any
somewhere within the upper planes, if that is the case, and if it's so difficult to find information on, that's probably for a reason.
Well, you've certainly gave me something to think about. Thank you.
That is all I can do.
And I take my leave and get back to my room and start like kind of tinkering with my body, trying to like kind of fix some like loose bolts and like gears and things like that.
Okay.
Gilp would seek out either the Spy Master or Sower of Corn regarding information about the island called. I'm just gonna copy and paste it. This one, if they have any information regarding it.
Unfortunately, they do not.
Then I would just simply ask for some alcohol.
The Spy Master can tell you the general area it's probably in. But that's more of like, here's the region map. Versus anything actually valuable.
Alright, that's good now.
For alcohol, what are you looking for?
Anything that's just gonna say rum. Just rum.
Easily done.
Alright, he's gonna get himself drunk because he has a proper bed this time, a tub. He's gonna submerge in the rum and sleep in it, not drink it. He's gonna get completely shit-faced.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
19.
Okay. You're good. You will wake up the next day feeling the effects, but it will not be poisoned or debilitating.
Right. Yes, smelling of rum entirely all over the place.
Oh yeah, no, you reek of it.
Yes.
Thoggir, how about yourself? After you're shown to your room, what do you do?
First to confirm, I wasn't allowed to keep the book, right?
No.
Didn't think so. It would mostly be sitting down and trying to repeat the details of the spear, or halberd, so it could remain like clear in his mind as something he can use.
Do you want to go to their libraries and possibly do some more research into that?
No, because he's smart enough to realize that the things that we do and say here are probably being watched at this point.
Okay.
And I'd like to find out more, but it's something that Thoggir has to come to terms with the fact that he might have to sit down with like Viettervesk and Poppy and everybody and have a come to Jesus moment.
Possible. All right. On that note, you will all spend your time doing what you are doing. You will get a good night's rest. Wake up in your various states. At this point in the morning, you also come across another very interesting fact about Grower of Corn. It appears that anyone who is staying here, whether guest or permanent resident, which there are many, every morning he brings a basket of biscuits to everyone every morning. So you wake up to biscuits outside your door.
I kind of look at it and try to find someone to give it back to, because I'm like, I don't need this.
It's easy to find. You find a child.
I give it to the child. Here, have this. It seems like you skin folks like these kind of things. So.
Skin folks, he said. He used the word skin folks out of all the
You walk up to the kid and he's just like, you're shiny.
I am indeed shiny. You are not shiny. Would you like this? And
Pokemon bragging.
Sure. Aren't you going to eat them?
I do not eat. It seems like that is something your kind does.
Why don't you eat?
That is something that's not in my nature.
If you don't eat, how do you pee?
I do not pee. I'm not sure what that is even.
Can I punch you?
You may punch me, yes.
Thank you. Ow. Interesting.
Can I poke you?
Yes, you may.
Because I'm like feeling like the softness of the skin. Like, oh, that is still weird to me, but thank you.
All right. And he just runs off. The next day is going to be when Viettervesk and Poppy are teleported in. However, you will not get to see them right away.
Are they to have a
audience with the king and
audience,
stuff?
yeah, audience with the king.
Who do you check with to see what process they're going to go through?
Spy master.
Okay. So they are going to have an audience with the spy master first, followed by grower of corn, then the king.
In the meantime, I guess I'm gonna walk around this palace and just check it out because
it's a wonderful place.
Yeah, Broken is always curious of new experiences. So
yeah, like
and
you'll
places.
See the different people working. The best way to describe it is it's its own little town.
Mm-hmm.
Like the king doesn't have to leave the compound to do anything.
Yeah, and I introduce myself to every person I meet and strike up a small talk conversations.
Most people go along with it. A lot of them are very concerned about what you are or how an automaton is so impressive. Kids, you get the response of "Oh, that's cool" or "Oh crap, run away."
Yeah, right. I'm used to that, so it doesn't faze me. So after I do make my rounds, I'm gonna go visit my friends, Gilp and Thoggir, see if they're up and around.
Good thing Broken does not have a sense of smell.
Right. Why? Does Gilp smell bad?
It smells
yes,
he's gonna smell like he is rum.
Like he is rum.
Yes.
He slept it in a pool which had a whole bunch of rum.
Yes, when in Rome, as one say. You never get to do it more than once.
You mean when in rum?
Yeah. Yes, when in rum.
I open the door to your room. Like I don't know to knock first, so I just open it.
Which
say,
one?
Hey, yours, Gilp. Hey, Gilp. And I kind of walk in. What you doing?
I'm just gonna hear some rumbling of glass bottles in the bathtub as I try to stand up. I was trying out the local alcohol. It was quite delicate, very tasty, but this amount is probably not the greatest amount.
You needed more.
Well, I will do it more in the future, but right now it is not a good time. I believe I had time yesterday because we were simply just waiting for the others. But
have you seen Thoggir around? Is he up?
I just woke up.
Right.
Yes, you walked into my room when I was waking up. You saw everything. What is going on? Did I miss anything?
No, I just went around, met some people. They seemed nice. Some of them seemed alarmed, but I'm used to that.
Well, I would be alarmed as well for a person such as yourself. You are not really, the kind of normal here. I know how you feel.
Yeah. I think we have that in common, right? I haven't seen anyone. Well, I guess the grower of corns is kind of like you, but different.
Yes, and I have seen the two small robots that Poppy spoke to, so we have seen some.
As this conversation is going on, there is a knock at Thoggir's door.
Does the hat of disguise allow me to look like the ferryman?
No. You try, but it can never quite lock on.
Thing of concern for him to note as he dons a mortal appearance and answers the door.
At the door is the Archmage. I wish to have a word with you.
And how might I assist you, O wise one?
Please come with me. If you follow, you will go to her office, filled to the brim with books, scrolls. This is a wizard's office. Something you said to the king concerns me, because we do observe the conversations that happen in the throne room. You said you're a visitor here.
Yes.
What did you mean by that?
This is not where I was born.
Where were you born?
Along a coast of swords.
You're not the first I've come across to say that. This is very disconcerting.
It was long ago, but I found myself brought here by those who viewed magic as more important than life itself.
Everything lines up. That's a problem. That is a problem. What do you know of this Thay? We've never been able to locate it, but we know there's wizards of them.
I know that when I was young, I was given to them to pay dues, and what they chose to do to me, well, pain is a luxury. It's like a warm caress compared to her tortures. Thay is where they take you to turn you into a slave.
Noted. Who is this her that you speak of?
I do not know you well enough to utter her name.
In that case, how can we start this relationship so I can learn? I think I need to find the connection and how to stop it.
And why is it that you feel so urgently that you must find out who it is I speak of?
Because I think whoever it is you speak of is connected to these wizards from Thay.
That I do not agree. For the gods of this realm, I do not believe are from where I came.
So that answers why I can't find Thay then.
I do not believe I could find Thay, even were I to be upon the Ghost of Swords.
Well, I will have it be known if you have any other information or if there's anything I can help you research around it. Let me know.
Why are you so willing to aid me?
Because you are aiding us.
simply a means to an end.
As you said, a means to an end.
And so, me being from this other realm, why is this so important?
I want to find somewhere where our king can live without war.
That is not where I come from.
That may be the case, but it might, if it's possible to learn how to go from here to there, I might be able to then check somewhere else and somewhere else.
Tell me, what is the relationship of man and devil in Suncrest?
Well, it depends. Every man has his vices. But typically man and devil do not share a close connection. Now, there is those that do have a familiar that takes a devilish form. Or devils who reach out and form pacts with people, but those are not commonly seen.
Yes, well, these mages of they perhaps have relationships with higher, or might you say lower, beings. And one such as myself might just be nothing but a vessel for their science or magic.
Oh, jeez, science again. I hate that word so much. The pain that it has caused here is incalculable.
I do not wish for assistance in discovering information about the one I wish not to name. But should the time come, might I call upon you for assistance in procuring information leading to those I seek?
Of course. As long as it is not me going after good-hearted people, you may.
I assure you, there is no good in the heart of these people.
I will also let you know, as much as I enjoy being behind books, I need to spread the wings and fly every once in a while, so I'm also in for a good fight.
It is
not on the front line.
Not the kind of fight I hope to have, but should I find the right people to take this fight, I would need direction, a path, a door. And you are the closest I have come to finding one, for no other has inferred such information from my words as you have.
Most people don't listen to what is actually said.
Certainly not from one as I.
Indeed, but I have a busy day. I have to head back to Black Marsh, pick up your friends.
I would be remiss if I did not admit that the TV screen, the robot, Broken, wishes to meet with you.
Oh, I'll stop by. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for your company.
Of course. We will both be walked out. And she will go to Broken.
Broken is in Gilp's room currently.
She checks Broken's room first. Then she goes to Gilp's room. May I come in?
Please go ahead.
Of course. No, Broken, you I was told you wish to have words.
Oh yes. I've heard that you're a woman of many knowledge, vast knowledge.
Yes, that is.
And
kind of
do you And I presume you have some knowledge of worlds beyond this world.
Yes, but if it is the one that you are thinking, then I do not, but I've only heard that word one other place, and that was from someone when I was very young, and I've not been able to find the man since.
Do you know who this man is?
Indeed, the tinkerer that I've been searching for the last 10 years. I didn't have reason to think about it until...
It seems that every road leads to this man. Yeah.
It does. It does.
Seems mine and this person's fate has been intertwined, and I must seek him out.
That might be a bit of an unsettling thing to think about then, because as far as I know, this man was considered to be a mad genius.
But perhaps I need a mad genius to help me out.
Mad, some people say, is just a good time. I'm going to be visiting Black Marsh to go get your friends. Hopefully they were able to help with the arena and what was going on. Enjoy yourself.
Please. Yeah, thank you.
And with that, she is off to Black Marsh. And you are all now together.
So what is our next plan, guys?
When we say all back together, do we mean the three musketeers?
Okay. Musketeers. Yeah.
I look at you and Gilp and say, so what's our next move? Or do we just wait for our companions, or should we do something while we wait for them?
We should wait for Poppy and Viettervesk to go through with their time with the king, because depending on what Poppy says and does, it could be taking some time. But we have faith in Poppy that Poppy won't do anything bad, right?
You don't even know.
I have no reason to doubt Poppy's abilities.
I would like to wait until I could ask some questions of Lord Poppy.
Makes sense. I guess you should wait. How much gold do you personally have on you right now, Thoggir?
Not a lot. Less than 70.
Very well. Yes, you were just asking for curiosity's sake.
Perhaps you could request some money of the king.
Well, I already requested some stuff from the spy master. Do you think I would be able to request more?
Honestly, no.
I wouldn't want to impose further than this until it at least showed some progress.
But
how much do you need?
Well, it's not a matter of. As I said, I was just curious how much he had, because
I dare say that Poppy will brazenly request money.
And if she does, that might be good for us as a collective. But for now, I think my ingredients for the teleportation circle is enough. I have 3 uses of it so far. Should not be a problem.
I would not worry about our finances for now. Not until we regroup with Viettervesk and Poppy. We know that we will disembark from this site to be able to transverse northward. I think at this point, until we are together, it is unsafe and unwise for us to step too far. There are many eyes here.
I have these few metal pieces that you guys call money. I have about 160 of them. Would that help?
That is quite a lot. Well, I'm
People have been
generally
giving you them for doing stuff for them.
Yeah.
But you don't need to worry about an expensive.
Yeah, I have no use for them. I just been
just
collecting it because they look shiny.
Yeah.
So that's only reason I have them. So, would you like some of my shiny metal pieces?
Why?
Would you like some? It seemed like Gilp was in need of some of these things. You guys call money? Gilp doesn't say anything.
I think like the concept of someone not understanding money just instantly confuses him. Yeah, anything you could want to do around the space, you can. Like, there's plenty of things now. You don't know to what degree you're being watched. That's something you could even check up on, but
I'm really of the mindset that my every word that I speak out loud is weighed, and every action I take is scrutinized. So the less time you can spend in public eye, the better right now.
okay. Well, if that's the case, I think this is a natural point to call it. We will come back in with 4 or 5. Next week we will not have ill, aka
Right.
broken.
Yeah. So if one of you guys are welcome to control broken if you like.
I am exceptional at playing barbarians.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Thank you everybody for coming out. And yeah, looking forward to next week. Everyone have a wonderful, wonderful night.